I've been enjoying Interview with the Vampire.
The series.
The series, yes. First of all, they do 15 episodes over the first book, whereas the movie is, 2 hours over that book. So there's a lot more room for exploration. And I'm in the process of reading the first book now. It's very slow going. Again,
is this Anne Rice? Am I getting that right? Okay.
Yes, Anne Rice, yeah. Basically, her world of vampires is they're still human. They still have humanity. It's not like in Buffy where when you become a vampire, you lose your soul and you're just flat out evil.
You're a demon, yeah.
They still feel, they still have a lot of human aspects to them, but they have to kill people in order to survive. So it's like you get a lot more kind of conflict within the vampires themselves over like, what is the right way to be a vampire? How much should we stay connected with our humanity versus we're not like them at all? It's really interesting. But they also made some really smart updates in the book. Louis, who was Brad Pitt in the original movie, was a slave owner. And they basically updated Louis to be a black man at the turn of the century who owns property and is a businessman. You can see what would drive someone to be so desperate to become a vampire because of the oppression that he's living in his day-to-day life. And then they also make it way more canonically gay. So it's like he's a black queer man who is subjugated and repressed. And so, of course, being a vampire is going to be alluring to him. Interview with the Vampire doesn't really need my shout out, but that's what I've been enjoying lately. It's just a beautifully made show. It's also really great depression content because it's literally like the theme of vampires in Anne Rice's world is like dealing with existential loneliness. That's like the worst thing that could ever happen is being alone for eternity, basically. So it's a lot of kind of just really interesting themes, but it's also, of course, scary and fun and spooky and salacious a little. And anyway, so highly recommend The World of Anne Rice. In case you haven't heard of one of the most prolific and successful authors of all time. She wrote like 37 books or something.
Yeah.
Truly amazing.
I would love to have a run like that. Since you invoked Buffy, last night, I believe, or the night before maybe, we just watched the Gentleman episode, which is perfect for October. Perfect.
Yes.
It's creepy. I just love Doug Jones. It's just phenomenal. It is
yes.
A true aesthetic delight to watch them play with the wrapper of Buffy, to stretch it and change it and see what you can do with it. And there's so much you can do with it. It was phenomenal.
The episode we're talking about is season 4. It's called Hush. If you haven't seen it, it's truly a standalone episode. I love that show. That's such a good episode. And so it's really scary, but it's still fun, scary, and not like nightmare scary.
A little nightmarish-y, a little bit, but it definitely worth checking out. Just again, great standalone episode. If you've never watched Buffy, fun moment to dip your toe in the water.
Absolutely, yeah.